Okay, hello everyone. This is a video to answer a question that was asked over email. And the question that was asked was on 2.5.64. And it's this table right here. It's a little bit hard to see, so I'm going to read some of it to you. So it says the table below shows a recent state income tax schedule for individuals filing a return. And then it says if your taxable income is over 0 but not over 15,000, the tax due is 4% of your taxable income. And then if it's over 15,000 but not over 30,000, then you owe $600 plus 6.1% of the excess over 15,000. And then if it's over 30,000, the tax due is 1515 plus 6.45% of the excess over 30,000. Okay. And then you'll notice that in part A, and that was the question was asked on part A, they want us to write a piecewise definition for the tax due for each of these scenarios right here. So for being between 0 and 15,000, 15 and 30, and then above 30. Okay. And then they want us to simplify the answers. And so I'm gonna work this out and then show you what you would need to plug in. So let's start with this first one here. If we're between 0 and 15,000, that's this scenario where we're over 0 but not over 15,000. It says that we're dealing with 4% of our taxable income. Okay, well, if we just, in this problem, if we let x, 2.5.64, let's see, if we let x equal the amount of taxable income, then for this first portion of the piecewise function, if we're looking at 4% of the taxable income, then 4%, which is represented in a decimal form as 0.04, times x would actually be the amount that we would owe. So think about this logically. If you have x as the amount of taxable income, let's say it's $12,000. If you want to take 4% of $12,000, you're going to have to take 0.04 and multiply it by that amount. Well, that amount is just being represented by x. Okay, so that's actually what would go, the 0.04x would actually be what would go in this, let's see, can you see it? In that first box right there. Okay, the question was actually, that was asked, was actually on how are they getting these two. This one's a relatively easy scenario. Let's go to the 15 to the 30. So if we're in between 15 and 30, it says it's $600 plus 6.1% of the excess over 15,000. Okay, so the first thing is, if you're talking about it's $600 and then it's plus some excess, you're just going to be paying a base amount of $600. That's a given. They're just telling you that you're paying that no matter what if you're in that range. So you're going to write down 600, and then it's plus 6.1% of the excess over 15,000. So 6.1% is represented in a decimal form as 0.061. Excess over 15,000, what you're going to do is you're going to say, if x is my amount of taxable income, if I were to subtract off the 15,000, then, and I guess I could put over here t of x is equaling this stuff, just to be correct here. For this one right here, let's see, where was I? 6.1%. What this expression is representing here, think about this. If you're over 15,000, let's say you're at 20,000 or something like that, the amount, if you're at 20,000, the amount over 15,000 would be 5,000. So the way that you're finding that is you're taking the amount that you have, which is represented by x, subtracting off the 15,000, and that's going to give you the amount that's actually over 15,000. So that was this, they want the excess over 15,000. By multiplying that by 0.061, that's going to represent to me 6.1% of the amount over 15,000. Okay, so they just wanted us to simplify this little piece right here. So this is going to be 600 plus, I would want to distribute the 0.061. I'm going to use my calculator here. So 0.061 times 15,000 is with 915. So if I take this and distribute, I get 0.061x minus 915. And then if I collect like terms, the 600 and the negative 915, that's going to give me 0.061x minus 315. Okay, now that's the portion, that's the simplified portion for if we're between 15,000 and 30,000. Okay. All right, and then you do a very similar thing if you're over 30,000. For over 30,000, it says, you know, it's 1515 plus 6.5% of the excess over 30. So it's going to look very similar. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be saying it's 1515 plus 0.0645 times x minus 30,000. Okay, and again, to simplify this, distribute your 0.0645. So we're going to have 1515 plus 0.0645x and then minus 30,000 times 0.0645. So we get 1935. Okay, so again, if I collect like terms here, the 1515 and the negative 1935, you get negative 420. So this would be 0.0645x and minus 420. So that's the portion of the piecewise function if x is greater than 30,000. Okay.